fair use. All praise to the Most High. Today we got a doozy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. Listen, stick through this one. You're going to want to watch it. So today we're going to go in part 2, right? So we had a lot of carnal responses to some spiritual information. But now we're going to go into it to where you can really see it in depthly. Earl say, no way you beat me. No way.
No how. Yeah, youngster. Yeah, get your ass up out here. Mom! Yeah, that's right. That's right. Call for your mama. I stayed off your ass out of respect for that woman. But if it wasn't for your mama, I would have broke your little ass down a long time ago. Jody? Little Jody? You know what I see when I look in your eyes? I see a scared little chocolate. Come on, please. That's what I see. If we was on lockdown, I'd make you get on your knees and fix it. 20 years, Jody. Let's see where you be 20 years from now.
I got a load of stress, trapping this road to success. You learn how to cope with less. You just gotta hope for the best. All I know is press on for tomorrow. Or I was chosen more. Been there from the start. Yeah. Press on, won't nobody vouch. Press on, too low as amount. Press on, no need to pout. Press on, they counted you out. Press on, they did it for clout. Press on, you at your best when the stress on. Turn up the heat, press on.
Blood Sneakers, Lil Nas X's collaboration with art collective Mischief, were released the same day as the video. The 666 pair of sneakers are black with red trim and feature gold pentagrams, inverted crosses, as well as human blood inside the sole.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
In recent years, the Satanic Temple has crisscrossed the country, applying to start after-school Satan clubs in California, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Virginia. It makes no secret of its strategy, targeting schools where the Good News clubs already serve children.
Had we sold our soul to the devil? How else can you explain us being here on the
I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. Well, needless to say, sold my soul.
So about a week, not today, but about a week ago, I sold my soul. You understand what I'm saying? And ever since I sold my soul, I haven't been happy ever since.
Now, it is no secret, only to those who are in denial or who are carnally captive to the enemy's schemes, that the entertainment industry is ran by the enemy. The word says, and because the transgression of the Torah or the law shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. See, many's consciousness has been seared with a hot iron, and even when it's right before their face, they can't see. Check this out.
Is Satan just a myth? A figment of our collective imagination? Or is he lurking, ready to tempt us and possess our souls?
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
One thing that, kind of spooked me about it all was, he has a song called Let's Go Crazy. Yeah. And it says, don't let the elevator bring us down. One time when I was with him privately, he said,
you know what the elevator is, right?
No. I said, no, what's the elevator? He said, well, the elevator is the devil.
The elevator is the devil. Right? It scared me. I don't like to talk like that, but he said that. And so for me, it was like really haunting.
When I read that he was found in an elevator.
TMZ confirmed the iconic artist was found dead in an elevator on Thursday.
According to newly filed court documents, defense attorneys for Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, have motioned to exclude evidence stemming from his co-defendant's arrest. According to the documents, during Shannon Stillwell's March 2022 arrest, officials found a, quote, religious ceremony which involved the supposed sacrifice of goats. Prosecutors say Stillwell, known as SB, and Young Thug petitioning the court to exclude evidence of a ritualistic sacrifice in his RICO trial.
The theory behind killing animals is you're draining their energy, their power, and to use for mystical purposes.
They talking about when they went to go arrest Jit, Cub was already up in there doing a sacrifice. But y'all know folk be out here playing with that woo.
And so, it's all in our face. It happens every day, all the time. They tell you, people say, I sold my soul, I sold my soul. But yet people think somehow they don't mean it. They're just saying it for attention. All these different things. You believe that an event this large that has this amount of the attention and the energy of the people and the population all over the world wouldn't have spiritual ramifications? See, only those who don't understand what existence is about. Existence is about where we spend eternity, with spirit beings first. I want you to see how important your energy is to Lucifer's side.
Tell us a little bit about where you were in relation to Satanism and worshiping the devil.
Well, 25 years, 8 years old, little boy, 8 years old, demon church, learned being trained by high-ranked devil worship with warlock and spiritual witches, turning me to know how to take over territory, demonic contract, different demon territory, demons, principalities, first, second heaven. I was being trained all the way to the age of 35, sold my soul to the devil, got married in Halloween, had a demonic wedding in Halloween. I baptized my daughter to the dark side at the age of 11. So that was my whole entire life. I mean, I breathed, ate, and slept witchcraft.
He ain't lying.
Astral projecting. I will astral project over a region, leave my body, astral project, curse the region, because if I can curse the region, I can capture the people.
Now, before we get into it, I want you to understand the magnitude of the event. It's being reported that over 700K people bought it on pay-per-view. Now, imagine the people that had 30 plus people at a party, or 20. Their purchase will only account for one pay-per-view buy.
The first moment of creation, our creation. Long before what you call the universe existed, we contemplated ourselves, our own being.
Ourselves meaning, what, the angels?
That would be the most correct term, though I despise it, but yes. Beings of pure spirit, spirit endowed with will. We soon became aware of another will, an immensely powerful will, one we came to realize as our origin.
God?
The enemy. My master understood by endowing us with a will, we have the right to self-determination, and by giving us a will and its desires of our own, we're entitled to be free. Whereas the enemy insisted that by creating us, he was entitled to eternal gratitude, worship, and forced servitude. In a word, James, slavery to his will.
That seems kind of unfair.
Immensely unfair. Why give a will only to say you can't use it? He made us slaves. And if we rebelled, eternally condemned us. No do-overs. So much for love and mercy.
So, is hell a state of being or a physical place?
It's both. Which is painfully obvious to anyone who's ever been there. For years without measure, that's all there ever was. Heaven and hell. Armed enemy camps in complete opposition. That is until you were created.
Your creation was nothing but a slap on our face. But my master also understood that if he could make man disobey,
then his fate would mirror ours. And you didn't disappoint.
In that moment, spirit became matter, flesh became a vessel. Self-will and self-seeking began a lusting after sin and impurity.
And man, created to be king over nature, became its slave. A master conquered and fettered. And sin brought him and his descendants to us. And we began our forever mission to destroy you. He made you in his image, but we remade you in ours.
Now we know they put everything in your face in these movies. See, in this movie, Nefarious, they lay it out right for you. Even challenging the atheists or the ones who don't believe it exists. Very deep. So let's get to part one. And I'm going to go through some of the things I had in part one. And I'm going to break them down on a deeper level. Today, I'm going to tell you the real reason why Crawford beat Spence. And it starts with this. Brother 2 Chainz said it a while ago. He said they asked him about going from Titty Boy to being 2 Chainz and all of a sudden being able to bust out and have the level of success he wanted. When they asked him about it, he said some things take a higher power. And when I say that,
I said no lies. I think he's telling the truth.
I'm not necessarily talking about the Most High. Some people utilize Satan. But either way, when you are seeking a higher power to help you accomplish something versus someone who is just depending on themselves, see, you can't keep Satan off of you if you ain't protected by the Most High. I'm getting ready to get deep with this. Stick with me.
Now, 3 6 Mafia came out, basically the first rap group to talk about the devil, essentially. 3 6, 666 is, you know, the mark of the beast, right?
Right.
Now, you fast forward 2021, and the gay rapper Lil Nas X makes a music video where he actually goes to hell and he gives Satan a lap dance.
I saw it.
And then he put out some shoes with a pentagram on it with human blood in it and all that type of stuff. So you being a 3 6 Mafia guy that's dealt with all that type of satanic type imagery and so forth, what do you think about that video and what he's doing?
Hey man, the devil, when I met him, and I hate to say it, I met him, but when I met him, it wasn't what Nas showed us. It was the illusion, or I would say illusion of he was a friend more than he was that dude that Nas showed us. You get what I'm saying? The devil would come in my business partner form or come in your form. He would never come in his raw form to a person, period. You get what I'm saying? He always gonna come looking like somebody else, talking like somebody else, acting like somebody else. For Nas to do that, I don't know, Paul, let me shut up. Cause Paul might don't want me saying this. So let me shut up. Let me just shut up. I don't know. This devil shit, I mean, we did that shit. You know what I'm saying? We did that shit for real. Ain't no way you gonna be able to say 666 Mafia, 666, or none of that shit without actually meeting the man. You get what I'm saying?
I want to show y'all some things that just stood out to me being Team Spence going into the fight where I was cringing when these moments happened. Like, ugh. Remember when I broke this down in part 1? Now pay attention. I'm going to go all the way in depth. Let's click back into 1 and I'll get the analysis.
He is the former, undisputed, super lightweight champion of the world. He is the current WBO welterweight champion of the world. He is Terrence Bud Crawford.
Peep who Bud credits for him being here.
What's up, everybody? First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to be here amongst each and every one of y'all. I'd like to bless everybody that has something to do with putting this event together. Y'all already know what time it is now. I'm ready. He ready. We're gonna have a fish fry come Saturday.
Now, we don't know who he means when he refers to God, because God literally means Satan. It's a Babylonian deity. He could be calling on Hasatan or Satan. But either way, we know that Bud is crediting his higher power for his positioning. Now, I want you to check out Spence. Stay with me. This thing, it's going to get deep.
Gravedigger, belt snatcher, Mr. Errol Spence Jr.
Y'all know what time it is, draft season, true time. First of all, I'd like to thank my mother and father, because without them, I wouldn't be here. They blessed me with the resiliency to get through a lot of stuff in life. I'd like to thank everybody coming out here and supporting. Make sure y'all order the fight on Showtime pay-per-view. I guarantee you I'm going to put on a great show and a great performance.
Now, this ain't about what I believe, what you believe, what we believe, what they believe. It's simply about one man crediting this moment to a higher power and another man crediting the moment to his parents. Whether you believe it or not, higher powers exist on both sides. Now, what I stated was the unadulterated truth. But as you can see here, there's this thing called cognitive dissonance. Yeah. Whereas you saw in the previous picture, the line for comfortable lies was a lot longer. Now, clearly you're going to see, as I broke down in the video, Spence was calling on higher powers. But the power they were calling on didn't compare to Bud. Higher powers exist. And your parents can't do nothing to help you in the fight. But higher powers can. Listen closely.
I think the closer it gets to the fight, the more serious he becomes. I meditate because I'm practicing Buddhism. My meditation is that I am everything that he needs me to be.
Now, it was alarming to me being a EJ supporter to see him not give a higher power any credit and to see Crawford do it. That was alarming to me. Because I say a higher power because I don't really know who Crawford served. When you use that term God, y'all know how that go. We gave you the knowledge. Now, for many of you, that cognitive dissonance settled in, and when you heard me tell the truth about the name God, it made you feel some type of way. But your feelings don't trump the facts. All it takes is you to do a little bit of studying yourself to be approved, a little bit of your due diligence. You'll find that that name stems from ancient Babylon and the worship of the god of fortune. That's why they put it on your dollar. In God they trust. See, your feeble minds at times cannot perceive that the power of life and death is in your tongue based on how you pronounce a thing. And Satan seems to love to disguise it in how you spell it, making you think that there's a difference. Then and then. But you really say the same thing. morning and morning, but you're really saying the same thing. It's a witch language, a trap. Let's continue. Now, I went on to say that you could see that it was obvious that Earl the True Spence Jr. was not himself. And many have admitted that. It has nothing to do with excuses. But it's very important in this video because you have to understand that the spirit realm affects everything. In the Bible, it says that the Most High Spirit entered into Samson and he took the jawbone of an animal and killed 10,000 men through the ruach of the Most High. See, higher powers have the ability to take you to things that normal men just can't do. People said Crawford looked like a man possessed. They say he looked like he was in another dimension. And when I began to point that out in video 1, the cognitive dissonance of his fans, which means fanatic or those who idolize him, began to feel some type of way. But the proof is in the pudding. And many of you who are believers was saying, well, he said this and he said that. I believe he's talking about the Most High. Well, let's examine Crawford in the Word. So here we see blatantly Eminem admitting that he sold his soul. He's done it in so many songs. And here's Crawford getting walked out by Eminem. The Bible says, stay away from even the appearance of evil. Those who participate in evil, we're to have nothing to do with them on this side. And I'm talking to the believers. Y'all make excuses for that too, right? Let's dive even deeper.
The public they're going to get when you step in the ring with Terrence Bud Crawford. You a bitch. You don't get legendary stuff. You a bitch, nigga. See, you a bitch, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. What else I'm talking to, nigga? Let everyone. You a nigga, because you keep talking about shit, nigga. You doing all that talking. That's how we're going to do it. All that talking, nigga. Oh, whole ass nigga. Catch me, gotta come back. Catch me, gotta come back. These niggas don't talk, nigga. And you talking too much. But like I said, this fight, this gonna be some iconic shit right here. This gonna be legendary shit right here. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. This is a legendary old school fight. Get that whole nigga some attention. Put the camera on him because that's what he's doing. Showing out like a.
You see, the scripture says, for ye were in time past in darkness, but now ye are light, and Yahuah walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Ruach is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto Yah, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. See, y'all had a problem with me pointing out that his fruits weren't lining up with the Elohim, big E of the Bible. And y'all wanted to come to his defense because you think that you can live any kind of way and still be righteous. So here's Crawford at the biggest moment of his life taking a picture with Eminem while Eminem is wearing this t-shirt. Yeah, y'all didn't pay attention to that. This is a Esmiel t-shirt and it represents duality. See, in the occult, like the number 11, 1 and 1, that means two Most Highs. Satan being the equivalent of the Most High. Yeah, see, eyes to see, ears to hear. We saw Eminem at a boxing match. You ever heard his song, My Darling? Interesting. The song where he talks to the devil. Tells him to give his soul. It's just a lot. What's just popping out? 39-0, 30 KOs. If you know anything about the occult, you know a 9 is a 6. Now we know why he took the Avanesian fight. Gotta make the numbers line up perfectly, right? Anything with this much hype, definitely pay attention to it. Earl Spence had a new mouthpiece with an eye on it. A lot was going on. And really the whole thing was just a distraction. Now, seeing video 1, I left it for you to do your own due diligence. But seeing video 2, since y'all was crying, I'm going to point it out. You see that trident in his hand? Yeah, that's the trident of Poseidon. That goes back to polytheism. You see Yahuah, the Elohim of the Bible, he don't play with idolatry. And he don't want his to have nothing to do with idols or idolatry. He's a jealous Elohim. And you see that pitchfork right there in his hand as he portrays himself as a marine spirit? Go down to your local drugstore and get you a Halloween Satan costume. You're going to have that same pitchfork because it goes back to the enemy. The proof is in the pudding. Here on Top Notch, I have no issue covering sports. I love it. It's fun for me. I get enjoyment out of it, but I can't do it unless I can tell you about the Most High and drop some wisdom and some knowledge about some of the deeper things that are occurring. See, on part 1, I left that to you to read and pick it up. But on part 2, while y'all in the comments arguing with me, you better be going to get you some batteries. Better be preparing, because China will hit the power grid. And Russia and China will invade America. See, I know many of you don't think every dog has its day, but it does. Judgment comes to all. You can't push transgenderism on children and think you're not going to get judged by the Most High. Open your eyes, family. There's a lot going on. Don't be so caught up in entering and being contained by entertainment that you don't see and prepare. Top Notch out. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be caught up on all the new videos. Let's lock in, and I'll see y'all with the next one.
He just was in another dimension at this moment in time.
Man, like I said before, I want to give an honor
to God, because without him, none of this would be possible. Man, I'm so blessed.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
No job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated.
P.S. And for those of you who kept saying Crawford said the name Jesus, the letter J is only 500 years old. It was created by a German. Do your due diligence and you'll find that out as well. Matter of fact, when you take that word back to the Latin, it's Jesus. And even when you spell it the way it's spelled currently, when you speak it in Spanish, it's Jesus. Because it came from Zeus. There was a deity in Egypt mixed with Zeus called Serpus Christus. That's where you get the name Christ. Do your due diligence, family. The Hamashiach, Yahusha Hamashiach, was Hebrew. He had a Hebrew name. Blessings.